What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero Wars Central, and I want to talk about third-party add-ons, plugins, all of that. We recently got some vague confirmation from a community manager about HWAssistant and whether or not it was allowed. And while some of you may be convinced, I'm going to talk about in this video why I'm absolutely not convinced that HWAssistant is a safe thing to use for you, your computer, and your Hero Wars Facebook and web, and VK, I guess, accounts. Stay tuned to the end. We are going to be doing more giveaways later on. Enjoy the clip. I'll see you in a little bit.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
Let's first talk about Hero Wars Assist. For those of you that are not aware, Hero Wars Assist is a browser extension, most prominently on Chrome, Google Chrome, and it tracks a lot of things. It tracks your emerald spend on Big Money Blue Balls, which is a very convenient tool. It can keep track of Grand Arena, Guild War, and Ascension Guild Raid fights. HWAssistant, whatever it is. I don't know what it is. Is it assist or assistant? HWAssist, I have no idea. So a little while ago, about a year now, I think. I can't find it. That's okay. A little over a year, I guess, ago, we did a live stream. We did a video discussing HWAssistant. We kind of talked about the ins and the outs of it, and a lot of people use it for a lot of different things. I'm not going to show it on screen now because, well, I'll get to it in just a second. The idea of HWAssistant is that it keeps track of all of your Guild War fights, right? The Guild War log only keeps track of like the last week and a half of your Guild War fights. It also keeps track of your Osh attempts in the Guild Raid Phase 2. It also keeps track of Arena and Grand Arena fights. Okay, and the purpose of this is to look at your account's stats to kind of plan out how best to defeat a team in the Arena or the Grand Arena. And it does this by looking at history. You could do this yourself by building a spreadsheet in Excel and logging all of this information. So, for example, in Guild Wars, if I were to go up against Velocirex and Eric in the La Cavalieri, I'm not sure how to pronounce that first name there. If I were to go up against these players, I could look at history and immediately know which heroes of mine, my specific heroes, to use against this lineup. There's a lot of tools. There's a lot of fantastic things that HWAssistant does. And right after I made this video, a little while ago, like I said, about a year or so ago, I was contacted by a developer who asked me to not show HWAssistant, to not discuss it, to not support it, to not, tell people to use it because it violated some policy. It was the terms of service. It was I don't know what the policy was. I don't remember what it was. And then earlier today, this morning, I should say yesterday, an individual on the official Hero Wars web Discord asked this question: is it legal for players to use Chrome plugins like HWAssistant to keep track of their own player data? And community manager Andrew, this is a public comment. I wouldn't share a private comment. He says, we do not recommend use third-party software as it might compromise the safety of your account, but it is not prohibited if the software doesn't give player unfair advantage. If it's not a hack, cheat, etc. Now, a lot of people would look at this and say, oh, Andrew is saying that it's okay to use HWAssistant if it is not giving an unfair advantage. It's not clearly, he's not specifically saying that HWAssistant is okay. He's not specifically saying that. And I reached out to Andrew and I was like, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about this comment that you made that I had, that one of the Hero Wars developers reached out to me and told me to not support it because it is a bannable offense and a couple other things. So Andrew said that he was going to go check into it and get back to me tomorrow. So immediately dozens of people started sending me messages about how I was wrong, how I'm trying to keep people from using tools to make their game better and all this stuff. And I don't care about all that. I don't care about the negative messages. I get negative messages all day, every day. That stuff, it doesn't really bother me too much. But the thing is like I don't care how you play. I don't care how anybody plays Hero Wars. I really don't. If you want to use a tool like that to kind of get ahead, to learn what best teams would go good against the arena fights or green arena fights or Osh or whatever, and it's a nice little thing to keep track of your database of wins and losses and all of that, then by all means go right ahead. But if it ends up being a cheats, and this community manager, who, by the way, no offense to Andrew, absolutely no offense to Andrew if you're watching this, or any of the other community managers don't make rules. They don't make design decisions. They don't make development decisions, financial decisions, event strategy decisions. The community managers are there to talk to us, right? Is it possible that Andrew misspoke and that is actually against the terms of service or whatever of the things? Hopefully tomorrow Andrew comes back and says, hey, it's actually fine. Hero Wars Assistant's A-okay. As long as it's, not unfairly doing things, and we've determined that it's not unfairly doing things, then, I think it's a fantastic resource that you shouldn't necessarily rely on. But if all you're using it for is to track stuff that you can easily track with an Excel spreadsheet anyway, I don't see how that's negatively impacting or gaining an unfair advantage, right? Because anybody could create a spreadsheet and keep notes. Anybody could do that. D. Orman says, that's just an example of the CMs and devs not being on the same page. Hero Wars Assistant obviously looks at the code, and they don't want anything doing that to gain favor or advantage. Yep. They need to convey clearly, is it against terms of service or not? It would suck if someone were banned for using it. And so that's the thing, guys. That's the thing, is like, I don't think that we have a clear definitive answer on if it is a bannable or a not bannable plugin. I told Andrew today that I wouldn't, what did I say? I told him that I wouldn't promote it because of the concerns about security and safety of your account, and also the vagueness of whether or not it's actually allowed. But there is a component of it that you pay for. That you pay for it, and I can't remember exactly what it is specifically that you pay for, but you pay something to gain some information, additional information. And there's a referral system. So I could go, hey guys, here's a link to download Hero Wars Assistant, and every time you download Hero Wars Assistant, I get credits to use towards this thing. So what's happening there is the author is actually making money off of somebody else's product. Even though it's using their product, it's making money by gatekeeping information that you can only find on the Hero Wars game. And I'm sure that part is against some kind of terms of service, because whenever I try to make emojis that you couldn't use unless you were a YouTube guild member, and that was 99 cents. Whenever I tried to make those emojis, I even talked about making my own t-shirts. And I'm not talking about using, not using the artwork from, let's see, Hero Wars fan kits, not using like official artwork from the game. I was having people make me fan art. It was based on the characters. It was based on Hero Wars. And they're like, yeah, no, don't do that. So I can imagine that there are parts of it that actually aren't, but some of it probably is. So it's a gray area. It's a gray area. And Andrew has asked me not to promote it. So that's really the best that I can do. That's really the best that I can do. Now, if it does end up becoming a bannable offense, then I would feel terrible if I made this little bit of a discussion and you all went and downloaded it, and then 125 people that are watching my live stream right now all get banned. I would feel horrible, and everybody in here would hate me. And so I, just be careful, guys. Just be careful. They seem to be a little bit more concerned about the security side of Hero Wars Assistant, of keeping your account and your browser history and all of that safe. There's always that risk if you download a plugin for Chrome. Most tools can't be detected by the game. You can say they are illegal, but when you can't detect them, there is no way to enforce it. So Ronin, I think it's more about, it's not necessarily something that they're trying to use to ban players. It's probably something that they have in their TOS, and I'm referring to the terms of service as the generic legal document that says that Hero Wars Assistant is illegal. If somebody were to download Hero Wars Assistant and that caused some problems with their account or with their financials or with their computer, because a virus, a worm or a Trojan horse or whatever, that is probably to release them from liability in those instances. That's what I would guess. The company that copied other game characters to their game told you not to copy their characters. Fair statement, Finkelzo, but I am not big on whataboutism in politics and certainly not in video games. When it really comes down to it, my having a positive relationship with community managers is more important than, selling a t-shirt and making a $4 profit. Like, really, it's just more important. Unless all 120 of you bought a t-shirt and got a $4 profit, that wouldn't be terrible. That'd be okay. So there you have it. As of June 19th, I still don't have an official direct response specifically stating that Hero Wars Assistant is 100% safe to use for your Hero Wars account. Whether or not it is a bannable or a suspendable account situation, no direct answers have been given, and I really wish that I had more information because I really get this question quite a bit, and I want people to know whether or not it is, whether or not it's allowed or not. A lot of curiosity surrounding things that will help you get better at Hero Wars, I guess. But let's go ahead and do a giveaway. Like usual, we like to give away gifts on all of our Facebook and web specific videos. In order to win these sweepstakes, all you have to do is be a Facebook and web player, leave a comment on my Facebook and web videos, and if you win, get a hold of me over on Discord or on Facebook Messenger for your prize. And we're going to go ahead and pick a winner, and that winner is B. Doran. Chaos Particles all the way. B. Doran, congratulations. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. If you're interested in how I'm planning on Summerfest, how I'm preparing for Summerfest, check out the video that is on screen now. It's going to be a super important resource for you to think about what strategy you're going to use going into Summer Festival in potentially in the month of July. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.